Dad?
There's no other bread left for me, Brekkie.
Yeah, well, you know where the shop is. Bread's about all we'll be able to afford if they get stuck into the strike.
Lived on fresh air buses before, though, haven't we? Not saying good morning, then?
Didn't think you'd be talking to me, did I?
Said me piece. And I'm not one to bear grudges now, am I? In fact, I was wondering whether you wanted a lift.
Where to?
How about down the job centre?
All right, you might have known. Get real, will you, Dad? There's nothing down there for me. That's why I had to get my own job.
So what's the going rate for debt collecting vultures these days? Still 30 pieces of silver, is it?
Oh, Ed.
Yeah, all right. But I remember my mum there wetting herself waiting for the tallyman to come knocking, and now my own son turns out to be some Shylock's minder.
Yeah, well, you know our Carl would never hurt anybody. It's not like he wants to be doing that sort of work, is it?
So who's twisting his arm to do it, then?
Oh, last time I looked, you were. Look, you were the one saying he should get himself a job, support his wife and child.
Didn't say take a job screwing pennies out of the poor now, did I?
Yeah, well, like he says, not exactly got a lot of choice, has he?
What have you got in place of believing, eh? What values do you cling to? Rape, divorce, adultery, drugs? And where has it got you? This worshipping of cheap thrills and money. Empty lives, lived on interest-free credit, consumed by the consumer society. All you've got to do is stop worshipping these false idols. Stop worshipping your possessions and your money.
Yeah, well, the chance would be a fine thing, but those two have given up.
Let's take a break, eh? No one's listening anyway.
But we might as well stay out. Try and give out these last few leaflets. Even if we only save one more soul before we go.
Are you sure about this, you know, about going?
Well, it's what we've decided, isn't it? It's what God has decided should happen.
I just don't see what it's going to achieve.
Just take a look around, Terry. What is our living achieving? I'm up in court next week. They're probably going to sling me in jail just for my beliefs. What kind of a life is that? No, this is the only way. This way we'll be remembered forever. We'll be martyrs.
Yeah, I know, but topping ourselves, it's hard to believe Jesus would want us to.
How much proof do you need, Terry? Look at everything that's happened in your life. Your wife, your little boy, even your unborn child. They were all taken away from you. And look at the way I've been cast out by the world. This is God's way of showing us that he didn't mean for us to be happy in this life. He wants us to serve him by going on to the next one. You do see that, don't you, Terry?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Who lifted up the stone? I thought I'd told you I didn't want to see you round here anymore.
You can't touch me now. Not now. Not anymore.
Yeah, well, the courts are going to sort you out next week, aren't they?
Look, I'm going upstairs to make a cup of tea. You coming?
Yeah.
Hey, Terry, he's not back in the flat, is he?
Worried about the value of your property falling, are you? Well, don't worry, because it looks like we might be moving soon.
Larry, time to get on. Busy, busy.
Yeah, hang on, Pen. What do you mean moving soon?
You know, elsewhere, never to return.
Both of you, but where to?
Well, let's just say there's a better place to go to. All right.
No, I can be trusted to go to the local shops on my own, you know. No, you can't. If I hadn't been there, you'd have bought a whole load of stuff we don't even need. And anyway, I thought we agreed that I was managing the money from now on.
I thought you were supposed to be at university.
Yeah, well, I'm not going in today. I want to be there when Maguire comes round to sort things out.
Your dad used to do this to me, you know, treating me like a child, doling out the pennies.
Oh, come to take more food out of our mouths, have we? Well, we might as well cut out the middleman and take this now.
Look, I only work for Maguire, and as far as I know, he only collects legitimate debts.
Oh, and that's how you sleep at night, is it? By telling yourself you're only following orders?
Oh, hi, Carl.
It's not been my day.
I don't suppose your dad said how much longer the strikers are going to remain out, has he?
Not to me. But then I'm not exactly his flavour of the month, am I?
Yeah, join the club.
He kicked off about me working at Litratech that time. Now he doesn't like my new job. I can't win. If I could find another job, I would. But there's nothing doing.
Well, I do know of some work that's going, but I shouldn't think you'll be interested. It's back at Litratech.
What, more dismantling?
No, it's working for the same contractor as last time. This time it's some temporary labouring.
Scabbing, you mean?
Temporary emergency labour. If maintenance isn't kept up, then your dad and the other strikers will have no viable factory to go back into. That way no one wins.
Well, I need the money. And I suppose if I don't do it, somebody else will.
Well, it's cash in hand. And there's plenty desperate enough to take it. Just...
Yeah, Max will just hang, draw and quarter me if you set foot outside your bed. Now, Alice is with me, and she's fine, so why don't you just
Oh,
go...
I'm bored silly up there.
Well, you've run yourself ragged, haven't you, with work and Alice and... I'm sorry, I didn't exactly help matters kicking off at the christening and that.
Oh, well, wouldn't be a proper Farnham celebration without the Dixons providing the cabaret, would it? Our wedding, remember?
Oh, yeah. Forgotten about that. Well, me and Ron have had some ups and downs, haven't we? Keeping low profile at the moment, letting Jackie run the shop.
Oh! I don't believe it. They haven't confirmed the ad I've booked.
Max said you're not supposed
Oh,
to...
don't worry, I'm not doing anything myself, but I need to find Max. How the hell they expect to launch a restaurant without any publicity, I don't know. It's engaged.
Well, maybe Max, or whoever's there, is just doing whatever you're worried about.
I doubt it. Between the three of them, they couldn't publicise Prince Charles opening a marriage guidance clinic. I need to get to that meeting they're having.
But you can't. Max said that...
Max said everything was under control.
Let me stay then, eh, and I'll look after Alice.
No, you're all right. I know you're not that comfortable being left with her. I'll take her.
Max isn't going to like this.
And I don't like having my reputation as a PR consultant destroyed.
Right, back onto the parade with these then, eh?
Oh, I don't know, well, Barry might start kicking off if he sees you out there again.
So what? We'll be where he can't touch us soon. We'll be where none of them can reach us. Barry Grant's nothing. He's not going to be remembered. He's not going to live on in people's hearts and minds forever. Not like us. He's got nothing in his life and nothing worth dying for. But we have, haven't we?
Yeah, I know. But I just can't get my head around why we have to do this.
That's because you're clinging onto your earthly body, your earthly fear. But don't you see, Terry, those things don't exist where we're going. There's no persecution and no fear. Just think how good you'll feel to be free from all that hurt and pain.
Yeah, I know. It's just hard to imagine, isn't it? You know, what it'll be like. You know, dying just like that.
But we won't be dead. We'll be more alive than we've ever been. Just think what it'll be like to close the door on every mistake you've ever made. Be forgiven for everything. That's not dying. That's being born all over again. Only this time into heaven alongside Jesus. Not this living hell, crawling with evils like Barry Grant. Or do you want to stay here and watch them win? Watch them drag me off to prison?
No, you know I don't want that.
So it's simple. We do what Jesus wants us to do. We go to him like he's asked.
So what's this say?
I never could read Patricia's writing at the best of times. I think it reads quarter-page ad.
Well, I hope that's not what it costs.
It is a quality magazine.
Appeals to the upmarket countryside.
Well, it doesn't appeal to me. Not at that price, anyway. I should have kept on top of this PR, shouldn't I? I wonder what other little surprises Patricia's let us in for.
Ah, now then, this you will like. The celebrity for the opening. Quite a little coup of Patricia's before she fell ill.
Yeah, so we were with Dan, Max.
Right, well, I'll give you a clue. So, now we've deliberated, cogitated and digested.
Oh, wonderful. Couldn't be better.
That's quite a good impression, though, say yourself.
Max, are you auditioning for Cabaret? You're going to tell me who it is?
Lloyd Grossman. Patricia, you promised me faithfully you'd stay home and rest.
You mean fiddle while my reputation goes up in smoke, don't you, Max?
Patricia, we are managing, honestly.
Yeah, managing to screw up my arrangements right, left and centre.
Patricia, you are not well. Please go home.
Oh, no way, Max. You got us involved with this restaurant, and I'm damned if I'm going to sit back and watch it fail because you three blew the opening night. So, where are we up to?
How come rain or shine, it's always brass monkeys on a picket line?
Character building, though, isn't it? Anyway, you were the one who brought us out, remember?
Yeah, well, I can understand at your age how you'd rather negotiate from a nice warm factory floor.
Oh.
Not that we gather much support out here. I can't believe how many strike breakers went through this morning. Some of the lads think we ought to be winding the action up a bit.
Hey, overstep the mark and management will have us by the short and curlies. There's no need, we're making progress. We talked to a couple of lads out yesterday and another one this morning. I'm telling you, management will crack if we just keep playing it cool.
So you keep saying, but I'm telling you.
Hang about. What have we got here?
Oh, right, yeah. Management's a cracking, all right. That's a load of scab labour coming in. Scabs, come on, lads. Scabs, come on, lads. See what tricks management play while we're playing it cool?
Why not, eh? Management snitches while I'm my own son!
Oh, yes, he don't believe
What's
in
our
me.
car think he's playing at?
God only knows. Sorry.
Oh.
Mum, have we got any batteries anywhere?
Oh, no. Rachel said we'd run out. I'll get some new ones next time I go to Ron's.
No, it's all right. I'll do without. I haven't budgeted for batteries this week.
A couple of batteries aren't going to make any difference.
You see, that is exactly what I mean. All these little expenses add up, Mum.
It's all right. Just don't like you treating me like a child, and I don't like you missing university either.
I can catch up on my notes here as well as I can in the library. Look, all I'm trying to do is help you catch your money problems up. Get Leach Maguire off your back.
Hiya.
Oh, hi. How are you?
Oh, not bad. Ed's still on strike, but at least our car's working.
Yeah, we know. We're expecting a visit from that debt-collecting boss of his any minute.
Oh, no. Our car's not working for that fella anymore, thank God.
Honestly? Oh, good for him. Bet Mr. Maguire wasn't too happy that Carl knocked him back.
I don't think our car's even told him yet. Just rushed out the house saying he's got another job lined up.
Oh, what's he doing now, then?
Oh, I'm not sure. It's impossible to prize anything out of our car sometimes.
Yeah, well, whatever he's doing, it's better than working for a scummy debt collector.
Beth?
Yeah, well, let's face it, she's right, isn't she?
If you can sort this side out, Pen, Max can see about an ad in the local rag.
But we don't need to pay for an ad in the local paper. The contractors who worked on the restaurant can do that, and then the paper will build a feature around it.
All right, so Max can organise that, can't he?
Not that I'm convinced we should be relying on the local press at all.
Yeah, well, I am.
We need to brand the restaurant with an upmarket image, which is what I was managing to do quite successfully until you lot interfered.
Because you weren't well enough to cope.
Max is right, Patricia.
I can cope better than you lot.
When you're well, yes.
Look, my name's on this. A name which means something in the PR business, and I'm not going to let you damage that.
Darling, nobody's questioning your ability to do the job.
Good. So, let's get on and discuss the firework display I'm laying on for the opening night.
You're not serious.
Oh, yeah. Best laugh our Carl's given me yet.
What's this? The angry silence.
How could you, son?
But, Mum, we're only doing maintenance stuff. Well, and a bit of stockroom stuff and that. It's not as if I've stepped into my dad's shoes and taken over his actual job or anything.
Carl. Son. Don't you see? It doesn't matter if they've only got you cleaning out the bogs. You betrayed every man jack of us just by setting foot across that picket line.
Oh, come on, you know as well as I do I'm only trying to scrape a few bob together to feed me family, like you said I should. It's not as if I'm involved with the strike politically or anything.
Of course you are, you stupid little... You take sides the minute you step over a picket line. You make yourself a stick for management to beat the rest of us into submission with.
But no one goes on strike anymore. I can't win, can I? I gave up the other job because you didn't want me to do it. I don't understand what it is you want.
Well, try understanding how I felt today, eh? My own mates not being able to look me in the face. Pitying me because my son was a scab. I've never been so ashamed in my life.
Look, I'll go and talk to him, all right?
No! You've hurt him enough for one day. Just let him cool off a bit first.
But, Mum, you understand, don't you? I'm only trying to get money together to help Sarah out with Becca and that.
There's some things you don't do for money, son. One of them's break your dad's heart.
That's about it for today. All three of us should meet up again tomorrow.
Well, 4 of us, count me in too. I should have a better response to my corporate invites by then.
Actually, we didn't send the one that you drafted.
I wanted the first night's invites done on a more personal level. All right?
No, it damn well isn't all right. I spent days getting the tone right.
Patricia, we just felt that we wanted to save you from all the hassle.
The only hassle is you lot spoiling a perfectly well-organised PR job. I mean, for God's sake, you can't even come up with a name and the place opens in just over a week.
Well, I've got all that sorted. See, that's the gimmick, isn't it? We sell it as the place with no name. Then, on the opening night, I announce what it's called. So there's no need for you to worry about the name, all right?
But I'm supposed to worry. That's my job.
Well, not anymore, because I'm sacking you.
Now, hold on a moment. What minimal PR there has been so far has been down to me.
Fine, and we're very grateful for it. And you'll be paid for it. But you won't listen to the doctors, so for your own sake, we think you should back off and leave it to us.
Max?
It makes sense, darling. You really are going to make yourself very ill again.
We all understand that you've got more important things to worry about, like coping with Alice.
Well, if that's the way you lot feel, I'll get out from under your feet. But don't come crying to me when your opening night's a disaster.
You know I did it for her own good, Max. You even said yourself, doctors told her not to work.
Yes, of course. No, really, you're right.
So, you fit then?
No. Look, I'm packing the job in. It's me mum and dad. They don't want me working for you anymore.
You're going to pack in a promising career because Mummy and Daddy don't approve.
Yeah. Well, it's not just that. I've got this other job now. It's only casual, but, well, you said yourself working for you'd only be short-term.
Yeah, but that was before I saw what a natural you were. Look, I wouldn't say this if I didn't mean it, but you, my son, have got a solid future in the financial retrieval business if you want it.
I don't know. It's just not my style.
I'm telling you, you're made for it. Look, I've seen them come and go, and I know. You don't come across heavy with the clients, but they know not to mess with you. I mean, I've never seen anyone better suited.
It's good of you to say so, but I think I'll stick with this other job. Sorry.
And so you should be, mate. You just said goodbye to your one and only chance of a decent job.
No, but, Joey, we're only allowed 6 pickets. Hang on. Just listen to sense a minute with... He's off his head, then. He's only talking about bringing flying pickets in.
Well, he can't, can he? It's against strike rules.
Try telling Joey that. He's sitting there in the union office making up his own rules. We won't have a leg to stand on if we don't go by the book, and he goes inviting rent mob onto the picket line tomorrow. Be another day's blood money for you, though, won't it?
Leave it, will you? I keep telling you it's not my fight.
Yeah, that's the excuse scabs always make.
Call me what you want, Dad. But tomorrow, I'll be earning a crust for me daughter, and that's more than you'll be doing.
Will there be trouble? Joey bringing these extra fellas in?
Oh, I hope not. All I know is it's all getting way out of hand.
Can't say I envy Max this evening.
Oh, Patricia will realise it was for her own good when she eventually calms down.
It's not like I've got anything against working mothers.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it, as you're so keen to have a baby.
Oh, but that'd be different, wouldn't it? Because it'd be my baby, and his mother'd have to stay home and look after him.
Tell me you're joking.
Yeah, of course I am. I wouldn't object to you getting a little part-time job, you know, in a cake shop, something like that. I mean, that'll leave you enough time to do all the washing and the cooking, wouldn't it? Ah, what was that for?
Right, ladies, I'll just collect my dues and get from under your feet.
Look, we wanted to talk to you about the repayments, didn't we, Mum?
Well, it's not a problem, is there, Mandy?
No. Well,
yeah, there is, as a matter of fact. Look, it seems like Mum is constantly paying you, but we're still getting demand letters for the bills that you said you'd already paid off.
As I explained to your mum, sweetheart, technicalities, that's all. All you have to do is keep your payments up to me.
But it's not right. What you're doing is illegal.
I've not got time for all this. I'll just take the money like we agreed, eh?
No, wait!
Beth, don't.
But it's all the money we've got, Mum.
I said leave it, Beth. Look, I'm sorry. You just take the money.
Mum, we don't have to crawl to him. What he's doing isn't right. Look, we'll start paying you again when the final demands stop coming.
Sorry, sweetheart, no can do.
But it's not fair. You're just taking advantage of our problems and trying to rip us off.
You heard your mum say take the money, didn't you? Right, ladies, see you next week, as usual. Bye.
You didn't just have to let him take it.
What should I have done? What if he turned nasty?
But you didn't even protest. I mean, what is it with you, Mum? It's like you encourage it or something. You know, first Dad, then his friend from prison, and now Maguire. Men bully you and you just fold. I didn't mean that.
Yeah, you did. Maybe you're right. Your dad always said I brought it on myself because I was weak.
What's with the wine? We don't drink.
You'll understand when I tell you the good news I've got for you.
How do you mean?
We're on our way, Terry. The answer came to me as clear as anything. It's going to be tomorrow.
Tomorrow? But...
No more buts, Terry. No more being laughed at and called cranks. The way has been made clear to us. And tomorrow, when we die, the world will see what we are. God's martyrs. This is what's right for us, Terry. Jesus is rescuing us. He's thanking us for all the souls we've saved and giving us the opportunity to save hundreds, maybe even thousands more by giving our lives to him. This is why this will be our last meal on earth.
No. I can't get my head around this.
No, Terry. Don't condemn yourself to more time on this earth, when tomorrow it could be like Jesus said, that you may eat and drink at my table, in my kingdom.
I need to think.
Think about what? Do you believe in him or not?
Yeah.
And do you believe that his word is the truth?
You know I do.
Then there's nothing to be afraid of.
But I am. All right. I'm scared of dying.
Then let him take us to a place where there's no more fear. Where there's no fear, Terry. No more suffering. I can't leave you here. I can't leave you to all this hurt on this planet. Or do you want to stand by my graveside? Like you've stood by the grave of your wife and child?
No.
Who's left on this earth who thinks as much about you as I do?
Nobody.
Who's up there, waiting for us with everlasting love?
Jesus. Jesus is.
That's right. That's right, Terry. That's why we must do this tomorrow.
What are you doing?
Shh. Put Mark's alarm back. Might lose him his scab job if he can't turn up on time.
Oh, I suppose you owe him one.
I'll teach him to cross picket lines. Hey, change the clock in the kitchen to the same for us, will you, love? Otherwise he might suss it when he gets up.
What are you like?
All's fair in love and industrial disputes. Hey!
Problem problems with the old motor, eh, Jimmy?
Oh, great, isn't it, eh? First day back at work off the sick, Barry starts letting me use the motor again. The next thing is, it's cream crackered.
Hey, it hasn't got your chicken pox, has it? Hey, you are still not contagious, are you?
I've been cleared, haven't I?
All right, Spotty Muldoon, don't break yourself out into a rash.
I haven't got a rash anymore, OK?
Hey, and to think, if you'd have had the sense to come in on this job I've lined up, you could have afforded yourself some nice new wheels of your own.
Yeah, well, thanks, but I never did fancy a moped.
Jimmy!
You'll regret knocking me back on this one, matey. You just see.
Yeah.
What did you do in errand for us?
Oh, well, sorry, boss, but much as I love running messages for you and the good lady Penelope, me pack pony's packed up.
Yeah, all right, well, you can use mine then, can't you? I wanted to get this little lot from down the garden centre, please.
I've been down that place often. I'm getting green fly. Suppose you want to drop it off at Grand Towers, do you?
No, you can put it in the lock up here. It's just some palms and stuff. Penny thought it'd look nice in the restaurant.
Oh, good idea. Right, I'm just going to get some flowers for Patricia, and I'll see you down there as arranged, OK?
Hey, Patricia, you're all right about me giving her the boot now?
Well, she hasn't spoken to me yet. Matter of fact, she hasn't spoken to me at all.
Oh, I'll make sure it's a big bunch of flowers then, eh, Max? And try to explain to her I sacked her for her own good.
No, believe you me, I'm trying.
All right, Max.
Hey, Jimmy, I want you back with me motor in half an hour, right?
Yes, some boss.
I'm fine, I must say you're looking... Well, anyway,
Well, Max, it's been nice knowing you. Bye, then.
Right, I'll give you a ring at the petrol station when I've got what we need.
And we'll meet up where we said then.
Just you to pick the one on the top, eh?
Well, my mum needs them for a radio.
There you go. OK.
You do these in ones, Mr. Dixon?
No, love, sorry, you can't split the packs.
Oh, well, never mind. I'll just have these then, please.
Right, you are. All right, Maxie. 12p, please, love.
Thanks, Mr. Dixon.
Ta-da now. She's a lovely girl, you know. Not like some of the scallies you get. Very nice.
For Patricia.
Well, didn't think they'd be for me. Listen, Maxie, I'm really sorry about us upsetting your pat at the christening and that.
Well, I can't pretend that it didn't add to the strain she's been under lately.
Yeah, feel terrible about that.
So did Patricia. But I think she'll get over it, given time.
I'd have seen her to apologise, but, well, I've been keeping my head down, you know, just till the tittle-tattle dies down a bit, you know.
You caused quite a scandal, even by your standards. But I think it would be safe for you to show your head above the parapet roundabout now.
Yeah. Listen, Maxie, was Dee Dee in the florist when you were in there?
Yeah, certainly with these.
It's just that I've got to go back to the house to get me stuff. Now I'm back with Bev and, well, I thought it might be a bit insensitive to go and get it while Dee Dee was still there.
Not to mention downright dangerous.
Yeah, well, there is that as well.
The scabs are late this morning. I hope my extra pickets arrive in time to catch them going in.
If you ask me, we'd be better off if your renter mob didn't show up at all.
Hey, come on, Ed. How am I supposed to win a war with only 6 flaming soldiers?
Tactics, mate. Not breaking the rules. 6 pickets at any one time. Haven't you read the bleeding manual or what?
Read it, marked it, and inwardly digested it, mate. And now I'm wiping my bum with it. You know as well as I do the rule book was written for management's benefit, not ours.
And it's got Ma Thatcher's dirty grey footprints all over it. I know that, but...
Great. The reinforcements. Just wait till the scabs see this lot.
Yeah? Just look who else we've got.
I don't get it. How come the busies knew we were bringing in outside support?
Joey, mate. Do us a favour, eh? Send this mob packing before the scabs get here, or there's going to be trouble.
This lot have come in peaceful support. It's called solidarity. Remember, Eddie? Or are you happy for them to rob us of that as well as our pay and our jobs?
Glad to see you, lads. Made up with you. Cheers. That's great, that made up.
Oh, hello. I was going to bring you coffee in bed.
Oh, good of you, Alice. And, as you can see, I don't need an invalid tray.
Right. Well, so, anyway, see, these are for you.
Oh, lovely. Thank you. Perhaps I could take up flower arranging. That would keep me occupied, wouldn't it?
you're still upset.
No, upset's when I break a fingernail. When my husband sits back while his partner sacks me, now that makes me downright bloody furious.
Yes, I know.
And if you tell me one more time that it's my own
All right, I won't. But it is. And it's not as if we thought you weren't doing good work on the PR.
I was doing the only work on the PR, Max. You, Barry and Penny, haven't got a clue.
Well, obviously we realise that you are the one with the real know-how, and we will take your suggestions for publicising the restaurant on board.
It's implementing them that counts, Max. At this rate, you'll be lucky if your first night isn't your last.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad.
Well, try telling that to the bank manager when our investment's down the plug hole. Max, this restaurant has got to work. We've got commitments. We've got 2 children.
Which is precisely why you shouldn't wear yourself down to a frazzle. Nobody expects you to work and look after 2 children. That's why we all thought it was for the best.
Oh, God, you're so patronising. I'm a grown woman. It's up to me to decide what I can and can't manage. And as you can see, I'm fine.
Yes, and you bloody well collapsed last week, Patricia. Take the hint. Yeah, well, I apologise for caring too much to worry about your health. I'm going to meet Barry. Look, I know you're worried. The restaurant isn't going to be a success, so am I. But I'd rather risk that failing. In fact, I'd rather the whole damned universe went up in flames than risking you making yourself ill again. I'll see you later.
All right. I will be as soon as Deadhead Jimmy gets back with me car. I've got to meet Max down at the restaurant.
Well, I don't want to hold you up from your tycoon. I just thought I'd nip over and say, tell her.
Oh, Teddy, I've got no time for all your mad monk stuff, eh?
But I told you, me and Simon are leaving today. You know, going away.
Oh, aye, what is it? Fortnight in Mecca?
Well, I can't say where, can I? But let's just say it's somewhere where me and Simon won't be out of place.
Oh, aye. Didn't know they were renting bedsits in Broadmoor now.
Who are you going to have to laugh at when we're gone, eh?
Well, it's not as if there isn't much of a choice round here, is it?
I suppose not, but, well, I can't always say it's been nice knowing you, but, well, maybe I wouldn't be where I am if I hadn't, so...
Oh, behave yourself, will you, Teddy? You'll be back here as soon as you get thrown out of whatever squat it is Oldie Joe's got lined up for you.
No, not this time. You see, this time me and Simon will be out your life forever. And, well, I just wanted to say goodbye, Barry, and I forgive you for everything.
Just leave it, eh, Teddy?
Bye, Barry, and God bless, eh?
Just hang on a minute, Ted. Just hang on, will you, Ted? Teddy, just wait till I get the phone. I'll catch up with you later.
All right, lads, no rough stuff. Well, let's show these scamps what we think of them, eh?
You'll never control us, lot. Oh, call him off, you'll end up with murder. Call him up, I'm going.
Will you call your scamps, shut off?
Hang on, leave him alone.
Hello? Hello? Anybody in?
What are you doing here?
God, thought me heart to stop beating there. Just getting the stuff I left behind.
Everything but your wife and family, eh? You can come back for this chat, though, can't you?
Come on, Michael, don't make it any harder for me than it already is.
Hard for you? Do you realise the grief you've caused round here? Is it not enough my mum has to bury our Tony without you screwing up her life all over again?
Michael, son, believe me, I never set out to hurt anybody.
Yeah, well, try explaining that to me mum and our Jackie. You do realise they're going to hate your guts forever, don't you?
And you think I want that? Hey? Do you think I wanted any of this mess?
Yeah, you made it, didn't you?
Good on you, lads. Thanks for your support. Thanks for coming.
All right, Woodsy, no problem, mate.
See you, eh?
See you now.
See ya.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't get parked. You all right? Police gonna bring charges or what?
Nah, just cautioned us, that's all.
Soft lad here had been happy if they done us. Thinks he's one of the Tall Puddle martyrs or something. Talk about living in the past.
You're the one who's living in the past. I'm telling you, the workers have had enough of this softly crap. Solidarity's on its way back, mate.
Yeah? And I'm on my way home.
Now, let's have a look here.
Mom, don't make a show of me. Just that for himself, little scab.
Yeah, all right, Joey, give your gob a rest, eh? Oh, and while we're at it, if you're going to do silly tricks like bringing flying pickets in, at least don't go blabbing so management know you're doing it.
I didn't. God's honour. The only people I told were you and the fella who brought the outside support.
Yeah, well, somebody must have tipped management's off about it, otherwise the police wouldn't have been there.
Well, it wasn't me, was it?
And it sure as hell wasn't me, was it?
Well, it's not likely to be either of you, is it, you soft pair? Look, whoever acted on your plans is on the management side, which leaves you two out, doesn't it? Hey, come on. Only Misa will be running out.
Must be a mole somewhere amongst our lot, though.
Yeah, well, God help him if we ever find out who it is. That's all I can say.
So, what kept you?
Sorry, boss. Listen, lorry jackknifed on the dual carriageway. I was stuck behind
Look,
it.
spare me the traffic report. I'm late as it is. Where's the keys?
Well, they're in...
Where's me car, Jimmy?
Listen, it was here 10 seconds ago, honest.
Has your car been robbed?
Oh, no, soft dollies. I'm Paul Daniels, aren't I? And I've turned it into an empty parking space. Bog off, will ya?
Hey, hang on. Did you two see anything?
No.
I can't believe this has happened.
And I can't believe you left the keys in it, you blade.
Boss, I'm...
Yeah, you're sorry. I'll go and call the busies.
Thought you were meeting Barry.
And he didn't show. Tried ringing the club, but he was engaged. I'm going to go around there, see what's keeping him, but I forgot some notes that I need.
That'll be for me. I've got a new account I'm trying to sort out.
Account? But...
Hello? Max, I can't believe you did that.
Patricia, Alice is a very special baby, and you can't be expected to cope with her extra
Stop
needs.
it, Max. I know how demanding Alice is, but I can't do my best for her or for any of you if I make less of my life than I know I'm capable of.
All right, I realise you need your work, but can't you at least wait till she's a little older?
No, and particularly because she is especially demanding. She always will be. And unless I learn and start to build work into my life now, then I never will.
Can we talk about this some more?
Hello. Mr. Simpson. It's Patricia Farnham. Yes, I think we got cut off earlier.
You heard me and Joey talking when he rang about bringing the flying pickets in, didn't you, son?
Yeah, so? Talk about paranoid or what? Think I'm the informer, do you?
Just saying you heard the flying pickets would be there today, that's all.
Oh, yeah, I'd really do a thing like that to my own dad, wouldn't I?
Well, you're scabbing, aren't you? Well-known fact. Scabs will sink to anything.
Right, that's it. I'm out of here.
God, I thought you might mean for good there for a minute.
Yeah, all right. Why not? And this time, it will be for good and all. I've not done anything right since I walked back in that door, so I might as well just walk right back out again.
Don't be so daft. You can't... Where would you go?
Anywhere, somewhere, I don't know. I'll let you know when I come back for the rest of me stuff.
Eddie?
Don't look at me. All I did was ask a simple question.
I'm sure, like, did your son betray you to the management? Look, come on, just go and tell him you didn't mean it.
Anyway, he's not really going to leave, is he? Worse luck. He'll be back.
What makes you so sure of that?
It's obvious, isn't it? Who but us would have him?
Thanks. Listen, son, I can understand your mum and our Jackie wanting to blank me, but I couldn't have gone on living a lie with your mother. I just hope you understand, you know, man to man, like.
How can I be your son anymore?
Mike, mate, any chance of a favour?
Why, what's up? Oh, it's all right, just ignore him. He used to be me dad.
That hurt me, Michael. One of these days you're going to find out life isn't as simple as you think.
Sorry about that. Little family dispute. Not exactly the Waltons at our place. I couldn't stand it any longer. Look, is there any chance I could kip here for a couple of days, just till it gets sorted? Oh, well, I don't know. Well, it was up to me, like, I'd have to sort it with my mum first. Settee, anything. Just as long as I don't have to stay under the same roof as my old fella. Yeah, well, I can relate to that. Listen, come in and I'll try and sort it with my mum. Maybe you can have our Jackie's room. Cheers, mate. You've saved me life.
What was that?
Oh, nothing, just ignore it.
Nah, come on.
Don't you want to, then?
Yeah, of course. Just, I think I know a better place.
Right, it's all set. Are you ready?
Yeah, I suppose so. Why like this? Why in Barry's car?
Why not? It's a statement. Barry will have helped us with something for once. But we are doing the right thing, Terry. You do know that, don't you?
Well, like you said, we've got no choice.
That's right. That's right, Terry. We've been driven out by this world. We've been scorned for being believers. We can have no more peace here, not on this earth.
That's all I want right now. Is some peace. To leave all the crap in my life behind me and start again.
And that's what's going to happen, Terry. A new life. An eternal life in the loving arms of Jesus. We've got to go to him, Terry. We've got to.
I'm ready.
Look, I think we should pray together one last time. Ask Jesus to give us strength.
Yeah. He'll help us through it. Jesus will help us.
Terry, get down. Somebody's coming. Get out of sight. Go on, you two. Clear off. Get out of it.
Oh, come on, it's a loony. He's mad.
And I mean right away, or you'll be sorry.
Do you think they saw what we were trying to do?
No, just a couple of kids. We'll be left in peace now. It'll be all right.
Hey, you two, out of it. It's not teeny rave day today. Go on.
No, we know, but...
Beat it, will you? We're busy here.
Ah, there's no answer. What's the name of that other car I placed down Tennant Street?
Who?
Excuse me.
Love, go and tell your mum that she wants you, will you? Eh? That's closed down, that place. What about Thingy? What's his name, you know?
Oh, come on.
Wait, he might give us a reward. Mr. Grant?
There you are. Oh, sorry, Max. A few problems. Soft lad here got me car nicked from under his nose.
Oh, hey, boss. Did I say out or what? Go on. Listen, got some coffee on the go if you fancy it.
Yeah, why not? Fancy a cup, Max, while we wait for Jimmy to get us a hire car.
All right, then, but we really must get down to the restaurant. The decorators need some last-minute instructions.
Out!
Oh, come on. Just leave it.
Are you ready, then? The longer we sit here, the more chance of someone finding us and trying to stop us.
Yeah, you're right. There's no going back now, is there?
No, I've got nothing to go back to, have I? I only ever wanted to be ordinary, but I can't be that now, can I? Not after everything that's happened in my life. I don't know how I got here. Me and Barry, we were just scallies. Mates for life. And he ends up destroying everything I ever had. Sue, Danny, Fran, the baby. Thanks for giving me a way out. Let's do it, eh? What's up? Is someone coming? What are you doing?
No, look, Terry, I'm getting messages. This isn't what God wants us to do.
No, look, you said it's all right. Look, Jesus has to be let off at the last minute.
Look, I'm not scared, Terry. It's not that. Look, I'm just getting messages that Jesus wants us to go on living.
No, we have to die. You promised. You said God wants us to die.
No, Terry,
no! Listen, it has to be this way. Listen to me. You've brought us this far. We go together.
Hey, Rach, look, is there... Are you going to have another go tell him about his car or what?
No, blow him. He didn't want to know, did he?
Now, you sure you don't want me to run you down to the car hire place?
No, you're all right, Max. You get down there and sort of decorate it out. I'll see you down there later.
I think you should say something.
Mr. Grant?
What do you two want, eh?
Well, we thought we'd better tell you.
Tell me what?
Were your cars been stolen, aren't you?
Yes, so?
So if someone saw it and they told you, would they get a reward?
Look, do you two know something or not?
Well, only sort of.
Just tell me, eh? Have you seen me car?
Yeah. In the woods behind the petrol station, that mad Simon was sitting in it.
Did you see Terry? The fella who lives up in the flat, did you see him?
Don't think so. Didn't see him.
He could have been.
Could have at least said thanks.
Yeah, panic stations or what? Must think a lot of his car.
Terry! Terry! Terry, come on, wake up! Terry! Come on! Terry! Everything's gonna be all right, mate. Everything's gonna be all right. Good lad.
That car there, it's been robbed, that. Look, there's someone in it.
What are you doing here? Just call round, see how you are. Where's Simon? Yeah, I don't know. Why?
He's supposed to be here. We're going away.
Where to?
On our journey. We can't waste any more time. We've got to get there. I need Simon to be there.
When was the last time you saw him?
I don't know. The start of our journey.
Well, look, sir. I'm here now. And everything's going to be all right. I promise.
So, what brings you here, my love?
I'm family. I don't need an excuse. Is our Rosie in?
Nah, she's at work.
Thought it was a day off.
She did a swap with one of the other girls.
She said she wanted to look through my new catalogue. Never mind, I'll call back after work.
Planning on getting us into more debt, is she? You do realise I'm still out on strike?
Hey, Rosie was telling me your car's left home.
Yep. I don't know where he's gone, and I don't care. We haven't heard sight nor sound of him.
What are you doing over there?
That's me dad. He's the one who forced me out.
Coping all right, are you? Must have been a real struggle moving all the way next door on your own. Better get a move on or you might miss the scab bus. Well, he didn't get very far now, did he?
So what's the jangle then? What exactly has he been up to this time?
It's a long story, babe.
Ah, morning, you two. Eddie, look. I take it you received one of these letters from the council.
Yeah, about the wheelie bins. They're smart, aren't they?
Smart?
Yeah, Rosie's made up. She's always wanted to live somewhere where they have posh bins.
I can assure you there's nothing posh about them. They're simply grotesque examples of the deplorable Americanization of our society.
You wouldn't believe he was talking about a bloody wheelie bin, would you?
I know, I haven't got a clue what he was going on about. But it sounded great.
Sorry, mate. I'd love to stand there all day discussing wheelie bins with you, but I've got more important things to do.
Eddie, listen.
See yous.
Well, Mo, where do you stand? Are you for or against these contraptions?
To be honest with you, I've never really given it much thought, Dave.
Well, you ought to, you know. This affects the entire community.
Don't you think you're getting a bit carried away?
Absolutely not. This isn't just a question of personal taste. It raises serious health issues, you know.
How do you mean?
Well, bigger bins means fewer collections. Fewer collections means vast amounts of household waste lying around here for weeks on end, and that will undoubtedly lead to an increase of vermin and so on. I mean, before you know it, this whole area could be overrun with rats.
Rats? If there's one thing I can't stand, it's rats. One ran across my bedroom floor when I lived in Kenny. I nearly had a nervous breakdown. I was on Mogadon for years afterwards.
Well, in that case, Mo, maybe you'd like to join forces with me.
It's a pity there's no more people like you round our way.
So, does this mean that I can count on your help?
Definitely. They can shove the wheelie bins up there.
Splendid, splendid. I'm sure we'll make an excellent team. Now, all we've got to do is rally a bit more support.
Kids.
Hi, Gemma. Hi, Leo. How are you two?
All right, sir.
You're supposed to say, I'm fine, thank you, not all right, sir.
So why have you still got all your Halloween gear on?
Of course, he's been scaring all the people on the train, haven't you?
Yeah. Dad, can I go on my Mega Drive?
We've only just got back.
But I haven't played it for weeks.
Look at him, practically cold turkey. All right, go on. Hey, but hey, won't be getting too used to this, because you're both back to school first thing tomorrow. Well, now that they're out of the way, do I get a big sloppy kiss? Ah, it's great to be back home.
Speak for yourself. I thought I'd walked into the wrong place when I got back last week.
Why is that?
Well, Greg and Gary had only decided to move in. I had to throw them out.
You what?
Yep, they'd made themselves very comfortable in our home. You should have seen the place. It looked like a bomb site. Took them ages to clean up the mess.
Wait till I see that, Greg.
Anyway, I've told him he's sacked us from today.
All right.
Ah, Mick. Mick, thank God you're back. Hopefully that'll mean an end to these all-night rave-ups that have been going on in here.
Sorry?
What? You mean you didn't know? This place has been turned into a den of iniquity since you've been away. All sorts of undesirables loitering around, ghastly brainwashing music blaring out at all hours. I mean, I tried to break the thing up and then the police arrived and carted everyone off. Unfortunately, including me.
The police?
Listen, Mick, I'll talk to you later. I've got to get to work. Bye.
Right.
I have never been so humiliated in all of my life. Do you know that I was treated like a common criminal?
Look, I'm sorry, Mr. Crosby. It's the first I've heard of this. Greg shouldn't have even been staying here.
That man needs taking in hand, you know. You must not let him get away with it. It's your reputation he's putting at stake.
No, don't worry, Mr. Crosby. He won't be getting away with anything. Believe me.
What's going on?
How am I supposed to know?
Good Lord, what's going on?
What's happening?
That's what we'd like to know.
Maybe it's an escaped convict or something.
Hey, shouldn't you be at school, right? What would your mum say if she thought you were hanging around here?
She wouldn't mind.
I think she would, you know. Go on, you don't want to be late, do you?
I wonder if it's got anything to do with that Simon fellow. It's common knowledge he was living rough over there, you know, for a while. Still could be. But I haven't seen him for a week or two. He appears to be keeping a low profile.
He had back to point and he did get beaten up the other week, didn't he?
What's all this about?
Ah, well, we had an emergency meeting of the Residents' Association to discuss how we could stop him pestering people on the parade. But then I'm afraid some hotheads decided to take the law into their own hands and use physical violence. I believe he ended up in rather a bad way.
Whose bright idea was that?
Once again, your unruly employee from the pizza parlor was the main protagonist.
Greg.
Yes, I'm afraid the whole thing got completely out of hand.
What's he playing at, taking the law into his own hands? And violence isn't the answer.
Hey, you don't think he's got to him again, do you? Finished him off properly this time.
In all fairness, we don't even know if it's got anything to do with that Simon fella, do we?
Oh, we're not going to find out anything standing over here. I think I ought to go and introduce myself to the police officer and see if I can be of any assistance.
I'll come over with you, Dave.
The car won't start.
Let's have a look.
Well, there isn't time. I'm late enough as it is.
All right, don't panic. I'll give you a lift in the van.
Yeah, I was hoping to get there early to avoid the pickets.
I'm going to have to drop you off at the gates, I'm afraid. There's no way I'm crossing any picket line.
Ah, Constable Kirby. Mr. Crosby, we meet again. Managing to keep out of trouble, I hope?
If you are referring to that fracas at the pizza parlor, I was merely exercising my right to make a citizen's arrest.
Well, let's just try and let bygones be bygones, eh?
Never mind all that. What's going on?
Sorry, nothing to tell at this stage.
Well, we were rather wondering if we could be of any assistance to you.
Well, yeah, there is something, actually.
Oh, yes. Well, please name it. Anything to oblige.
Well, we'd appreciate it if you could make sure the public stay on the other side of the road. Makes our life a lot easier.
Oh,
but
right.
try not to get too carried away, please, Mr. Crosby.
Absolutely, no problem. Anything to oblige. I shall personally make sure that you are not interrupted by one single onlooker. Right, everybody, please. Now, would you mind, please, moving back to the other side of the road? Thank you. This area is out of bounds to the public, you see. That's it. Everybody move back, please. Thank you.
Oh,
Absolutely.
where have you been all night? With another woman?
Thank you.
I had to stay with Terry, didn't I? Keep an eye on him.
Why? What's wrong with him?
Well, he's not well. I couldn't just leave him on his own, could I?
Why you? I thought St. Simon was his minder.
Doesn't know where he is. Hasn't seen him for a few days.
Any idea what's happening over the road?
Haven't got a clue.
Any sign of your car yet?
No, nothing.
Listen, Max was on the phone earlier. You were meant to be meeting him at 9.
Oh, well, I better get down there, hadn't I? Max will be understanding now, only. Knows I've had a lot on my mind with Terry and that.
What is it with you and him? I mean, you sure you're not having an affair or something?
Look, he's me mate. I've got to look after him, haven't I?
Look, what am I supposed to think? We open in a few days and you seem to be more interested in your psychotic friend than making a success of the restaurant.
You sure you're going to be all right there?
Yeah, I think I can handle it now. I'll see you later.
See you later.
Bye.
Are you working in the canteen today, love? 6 cups of tea.
Oh, lads. Hey, I make this way for management.
All right, Eddie. Things could be better, you know. It's not easy being out here when you've got a mortgage to pay and a family to keep.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Still, you don't have to worry about all that, do you?
Ryan's only doing their job.
Oh, looky here. That's all we're trying to do.
Look, I better be off anyway.
Yeah. See you, mate.
All right, sir.
Fraternising with friends of management now, eh?
Get lost. He's a good fella, Mick, and a good socialist. He was the only one who stood up for us when we moved into our new place.
If he's such a good fella, what does he say in that Dwyer one?
Well, you know what they say, mate. Love is blind and all that.
Yeah, well, you'd have to be blind to shack up with that snotty cow.
What's going on?
Nobody knows, but I think they've just put a body in the back of the ambulance.
What, a dead body?
Well, I couldn't see any sign of movement.
Excuse me. I'm afraid you can't go over there.
Says who?
As chairman of the Brookside Residents Association, I have been appointed by the constabulary officially to make sure that nobody interferes or makes a nuisance of themselves. We have to retain some decorum here.
I don't suppose you bothered to tell them that you spent the night in a police cell the other week because you made a nuisance of yourself at my party?
Hey, I don't pay you to stand out here gawping.
Sorry, it's just hard to concentrate when all this is going on out here.
Yes, making a bit of a commotion of themselves, aren't they?
Any idea what's going on?
No, boys in blue are being pretty tight-lipped. Could be anything.
Yeah, Mo reckons they've just stuck a dead body in the back of that ambulance.
But I'm not absolutely certain.
Could be an outram, something like that. Anyway, you better get inside, get some work done. Come on, Pen.
don't suppose you've any idea what's been going on in those woods, have you?
Only heard. Teddy bears are having a picnic.
What have you been playing at?
Listen, Mick, I'm sorry. I know I got a bit out of order.
You can say that again. I gave you a job. I trusted you to look after this place. And the minute my back's turned, you move in and start throwing all kinds of wild parties.
Well, we only had one party.
Oh, and that makes it all right. Look, you've really let me down. I went out of my way to give you a chance, and this is how you thank me.
Look, I really am sorry. I promise nothing like this will ever happen again.
Yeah, too right it won't.
Oh, come on, Mick. I promise. Look, I'll slog me guts out to make it up to you. Please, just give me one more chance. It's for our Gary's sake as much as mine. I swear you won't regret it.
Oh, hi, Carl.
All right. I've just been told to go around and empty all the bins. Is it all right if I go in?
Yeah, sure. I'm just popping down to the canteen. It's all yours.
All right, thanks very much, lads. So, what do you reckon then?
It looks amazing. Still no name above the door, though.
Oh, well, don't worry, that's all being taken care of.
So you've finally decided on something?
All will be revealed on Saturday, won't it? Looks like we've got a big hit on our hands then, doesn't it?
Fingers crossed.
Oh, are you still here?
The bin bag's split. I had to get another one. See ya.
Okay, bye.
Ta-da!
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Don't you reckon this picture's the classiest restaurant in Liverpool now?
I'll say, probably my influence. This staircase looks really great.
I can't believe this is all mine.
Ours?
Well, me and Max's.
Well, what about me? Surely I have some say. After all, I am involved with you on 2 counts, on a business level and romantically.
How could I forget? I'm going to be the talk of Merseyside owning this place. This is going to be the place to be seen. So, here's to our future, eh?
And to us.
Hi, how are you?
Not too bad.
Right, well, I better go and deliver these. Listen, I was thinking, why don't you knock off early tonight, you know? Give you and Marianne a chance to have a nice quiet night in together.
Oh, nice one.
No probs.
I can see you've had a word with him then.
I've told him it's his last chance.
And I told you I sacked him. You're too soft, Mick.
Greg knows it was a close shave. Trust me, Maz. I'm sure he'll start behaving himself from now on. Anyway, how's your day been?
I was called in by management. It only turns out they've been tapping the phones in the union office at work.
You what? Listening in on their phone calls?
Everything they've said over those phones, it's all down on tape. Eddie Banks, Joey Woods, all of them. I couldn't believe it when they told me. I spent the entire day transcribing the tapes.
Well, why are they doing that?
Well, it's obvious. So they can keep one step ahead of the strikers.
I think it's disgusting. I mean, it's an invasion of privacy. Surely they're not allowed to do that.
They already have. I've been doing my best to rationalise it, get my head around it, but I just can't. I'm in half a mind to go upstairs and write my letter of resignation.
No. I understand how you're feeling, but, well, wouldn't it be better if you got something lined up first?
Well, actually, I've been meaning to mention it, but there could be the possibility of another job offer.
Yeah?
Yeah. A firm in Glasgow contacted me.
Glasgow? Joking, aren't you? We could move up there.
Why not?
Well, because, look, I don't want us making any drastic decisions at the last minute. We're getting married in 2 weeks. We've got a lovely new house to move into. Can't we just look forward to that instead? Hmm?
Thanks a lot, lads. See you again.
See you, Mo.
What are you doing with that?
They came in the club looking for Barry Grant. I said I'd direct them to his house, so they gave me a lift round here.
You lazy mare. It's only a 2-minute walk.
Hey, I've been on my feet all afternoon at one of those boarding over 55 things.
So you've no idea what they're after?
Haven't got a clue. Is all Rosie in?
Yeah, just go through. She's making the tea.
Doesn't look like he's in. Do you reckon he's been up to no good?
Is Surely in?
He's just about to have his tea, love.
Oh, not but later. How's your strike going, Mr. Banks?
We're sticking it out, you know. Thanks for asking, no, love.
Well, Lee's told me all about it.
Has he?
I know you think we're only kids, but we do know the score. The rich are just getting richer in this country, while the poor getting poorer. If we don't stand up to these parasites, we're just going to get trampled into the ground.
Yeah, too right, comrade.
That's why I wanted to give you this.
What's this for?
It's for your strike fund at work.
I can't take your pocket money off you, love.
No, it's not. We collected it last night doing Penny for the Guy. We want you to have it. Those working classes have got to stick together.
Well, if you absolutely insist.
Barry? I don't suppose you've heard any more about those goings-on in the woods, have you? Was it anything to do with that religious maniac?
What are you asking me for? How am I supposed to know?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just thought you might have heard something on the grapevine.
Yeah, well, I haven't. I'm going out to the flat, see how soft lad's getting on.
What's got into him?
Oh, don't ask. He's been in a weird mood all day. Rosie wants to know if you want 2 or 3 fried eggs with your tea.
2 should do, I think. I'm trying to be healthy, keep down my fat intake and that.
Oh, Mo?
How are you, Dave?
Look, unfortunately, I've been unable to set up a meeting of the BRA, mainly due to apathy, I'm afraid. So instead, I've drawn up some draft proposals. Look, I think a letter to our MP, right? And then 1 each to the local newspapers as a good starting point. And if nothing materialises from this, maybe you and I can get together and organise a petition.
Don't tell me you're still going on about those wheelie bins.
Hey, he's got a good point.
Oh, not you and all.
Bev from the club's just been telling me that they keep finding dead bodies in them.
You see? Another perfectly good reason why we don't want them round here.
So, you reckon they'll encourage people to go around murdering each other?
Well, no, not quite, but the possibility's always there, isn't it?
I'm going in for me tea.
Terry! Terry!
Hello, we're looking for Mr. Grant.
That's me.
You reported a stolen vehicle.
Yeah, have you found it?
Yes, we have actually.
Is it all right?
Well, the motor itself's fine.
Meaning what?
This may come as a bit of a shock to you, but when we found your car, we also found the body of a dead man behind the wheel.
You're kidding.
I'm afraid not, Mr. Grant. I believe the name Simon Howe's familiar to you.
It was him?
From what I hear, it'd be inappropriate to describe him as a friend of yours.
You can say that again. It was totally off his head, into some weird religion. He was squatting in my house, and then he blew it up when I tried to throw him out.
Yeah, we know. He was obviously very disturbed.
You can say that again.
Well, he's no longer a threat to you or anyone else. Looks like suicide.
Oh, well. I don't really know what to say about that. I mean, part of me feels relieved. On the other hand, I can't help feeling sorry for him. I mean, he must have been really screwed up.
But we may need to question you at some point. It's just routine stuff.
Yeah, no problem.
And we'll be in touch to let you know when you can have your motor back.
Right, thanks very much.
Okay.
What's the day want?
Oh, nothing. Just a bit of trouble at the club last night. Nothing for you to worry about. Where have you been?
Out wandering all over the place. I can't find him. And what are you doing here? You don't live here.
I just came to see if you were feeling any better, that's all.
Of course I don't. How can I? I can't find him. I just want Simon here.
Are you sure you can't remember the last time you saw him?
If I could, I'd go to him, wouldn't I?
Look, Terry, why don't you get yourself into bed? You look knackered.
I can't go to bed. I want Simon. I need to know he's all right. If anything's happened to him, if anything... just wouldn't be able to handle it. I want him in now.
Really are in Brookside.
Oh, it's you.
Charming.
Simon still hasn't come back. What am I going to do?
Jean, quick, come out a minute.
What is it?
Just been on the radio. That Simon bloke, he's dead.
You're joking. How?
Well, they didn't give away much. Just said they found his body in the woods. I've known all along something like this would happen, didn't I say?
Good grief.
Yes, I knew all that commotion at the back of the petrol station was something to do with him.
I don't believe it.
Well, he was due up in court yesterday. He obviously couldn't face the thought of a prison sentence.
I wonder how Derek Sullivan's taking it. He and Simon were thick as thieves.
Yes.
Beth? What was in here? Where'd you find that?
In this jumper. I only had it on the other day. I don't remember having this.
That just proves my point.
What point?
That you're hopeless at managing money.
Yeah, well, I don't usually have any money to manage. Well, you may as well put this in the tin for the loan money.
No, we don't need it. We've just about scraped it together for this week.
You mean we've got all this to ourselves? Right, I'll go to the shops later. I'll get us something nice for tea.
There you go again. The minute you get some extra money, you want to go and blow it all. And I can't believe you hand this amount of money over every single week to Maguire and don't even get a receipt for it.
Well, I've never really thought. I mean, he usually makes a note of it.
Well, what use is that to you? I mean, what if he runs off with your money? How are you going to prove that you even gave it to him?
Oh, don't say things like that.
Look, when he comes today, I want you to insist on a proper receipt. And while you're at it, you can ask him why we're still getting final demands and court summons. I want proof that these debts are actually being paid off.
Yes, I will.
And don't sign anything else. In fact, I'll just ask him myself.
No, there's no need. I can do without a bodyguard, thank you very much. I can look after myself. And you're taking too much time off university.
All right, but just don't let him walk all over you.
And where are you going?
The library.
All dressed up like that?
Well, you never know. I might see someone I fancy. And remember, don't let Kenny Maguire intimidate you. They're all the same, his sort. You just got to stand up to them.
I need to talk to you.
Well, hard luck, because I've got nothing I want to say to you.
Dad, this is really important. I've got something that's going to interest you. It's about work. Please, let me in.
Right. 1 to our MP, 1 to the Liverpool Echo, and 2 to the local radio stations. That should get the ball rolling, don't you think?
Oh, hello. Oh,
Hello, where are you off to?
I've set up a meeting with a potential client.
You're not taking Alice with you, are you?
I haven't got much choice, have I? Max is busy.
Well, I haven't got much on today.
Oh, that's very kind of you, Dad, but we'll manage.
Won't it be awkward taking a baby to an interview?
No, shouldn't be a problem. I've worked with Natasha before and she's got children of her own, so I'm sure she'll understand.
Patsy, are you sure you're up to this?
Dad, we've been through all this. I feel really, really good, 100%, and I know I'm capable of taking on this account.
If you are determined to press ahead with your career, isn't it time you considered getting yourself another nanny?
I wish you two would both stop fussing. We don't need a nanny. We made the decision to have Alice. We knew she'd need constant attention, and that is what we are going to give her.
Well, how about getting someone in part-time?
Mum, it's hard enough to get a childminder or a nursery place, let alone for a child with special needs. I'm very happy with the situation, so please, can we change the subject?
I don't bloody believe this.
Now do you realise it wasn't me who was grassing you up? I know you hate me working there, but I wouldn't do anything like that.
Will somebody please tell me what all this is about?
Bleeding management. They've only been tapping the phones in work, in the union's office and all the extensions.
Are you sure?
Every conversation me, Joey and everyone else involved with the union has ever had is all written down here in black and white. Where did you get this lot from?
I was emptying the bins in that Marianne Dwyer's office. Just saw them lying on a desk. She'd gone down the canteen, so I photocopied them.
You are? Can you imagine what would have happened if you'd have been caught?
Hey, never mind that. They're the ones who are up to no good.
Hey, you've just thought. You don't reckon they've tapped the phone here and all, do you?
Nah, don't be soft. Why would they do that?
Well, you never know. You are the ex-shop steward. You're still involved.
Oh, God, don't say that. When I think of the things our Mo tells me on the phone.
I shouldn't think management to be interested in what she's got to say.
Well, who are you phoning?
Joey. Just wait till he hears about this.
Yeah, well, never mind Joey. Shouldn't you be phoning the police? Surely this is illegal.
I just need to speak to Joey first.
You can't say anything to him. It might be bugged.
Oh, God, of course not. I can't say bloody anything. What's the world coming to, eh? Joey, it's Eddie. Get yourself over here straight away. I'll tell you when you get here.
Alice, hey, be quiet. Just be good, just for today. Just for today, hey, while Mummy gets this job. Excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you. Can you tell me where the ladies is?
Patricia.
Oh, hi, Natasha. I'm sorry, can you just give me 5 minutes and we'll be with you? These are the ones driving me up the wall. Come on, darling, come on.
What's going on? Why all the urgency?
Just take a look at that lot.
What is it?
Transcripts of every single phone conversation me, you, and everyone else involved with the union has ever had since the strike started.
Yeah, not serious.
It's all there. There's even a bit where we're talking about the match.
Maybe they thought you were talking in some top-secret code.
It isn't funny, Carl.
Where the hell did you get these from?
I acquired them from that Marianne Dwyer's office.
Oh, so scabs have their uses after all.
Very funny. I reckon they might have tapped all your home phones and all.
Well, how could they do that? I thought only the police or the secret services could tap phones.
They probably did it themselves or paid someone else to do it for them.
Well, that wouldn't surprise me with this lot. They were obviously desperate enough for any info.
Oh, we should phone the others, warn them.
We can't phone them, can we, if our Carl's right? Do you reckon you can get out?
Maybe I should go home, check ours.
Oh, just put it down. You don't even know if it is bugged or whatever.
This isn't on. We should go straight to the police. That'd leave them in the crap.
Yeah, that's what I say. You can't let them get away with this.
Not yet. We need to think this over properly. See if we can use it.
Hey, you've just thought.
That makes a change.
You don't reckon they're listening to us now, do you?
Nah, don't be stupid.
If it's so stupid, why are you whispering?
It's just you making me bleeding paranoid, that's all.
God, don't tell me the whole house is bugged. Won't even be able to have a wee in peace.
Hey, he could be right. If they tapped the phones at work, then he could have bugged the whole house and all while they were at it.
Maybe we'd be better off out in the back garden. Just to be on the extra safe side.
Shush, eh? Give those lungs a rest. You're going to do yourself some damage. I'm really sorry about this. I don't know what's going into her. She's usually as good as gold.
Hello. Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. It's a bit cold for sunbathing, isn't it?
Yeah, we're just Just getting some fresh air into our lungs, you know.
Yeah, lovely out in the back garden this time of year. All the lovely autumn colours and that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Mandy. Didn't mean to scare you.
What are you doing creeping up on me like that?
Well, I did tap on the front window, but you obviously didn't hear me. You haven't forgotten what day it is, have you?
No, of course not.
Good, that's what I like to hear. Wouldn't want you falling behind. Shocking the way they put the interest rates up on those arrears.
Look, I know I don't usually ask, but Beth was having a go at me earlier for never getting any receipts from you.
Receipts?
I mean, it doesn't bother me, it's just... Well, she can be a real worrier, Beth, and I think it'd just put her mind at rest.
Oh, is there anything else your Beth would like?
Well, now that you mention it, she does keep asking me why we're still getting all these final demands. I mean, I know you've explained it all to me before, but like I say, she can be a real worrier sometimes.
How many times do I have to explain things? I told her myself only last week. This is all just part of the company's strategy. So you tell your Beth not to worry a pretty little head over nothing.
So, all the debts will get paid off eventually. I mean, I won't actually have to go to court or anything.
Well, look, seeing as we're being totally straight with each other, there is just one small problem.
What's that?
Well, I didn't realise when I bought your debts from you that one of them had already been handed over to the bailiffs.
Had it?
Yeah, and now they're on my back for their fees.
Well, how much extra is that going to be?
Well, I'm afraid I'm going to need an extra £35 this week.
What, on top of the normal payment?
Look, I'm not trying to scare you here, but if they don't get their money, the likelihood is it'll go straight to court. And in most cases like this, it could end in a small prison sentence.
Prison?
Yeah, it's not uncommon these days. Look at all the people they locked up just because they couldn't afford to pay their poll tax.
Hang on, I can give you an extra 20 this week.
I'm sorry, Mandy, but that's not good enough. They'll only be satisfied with the full amount. Surely there must be somebody you can borrow £15 from.
Well, there isn't.
Well, you better get your thinking cap on then, because I'd hate to see you being sent down over a lousy 15 quid, especially with you being on your own and having 2 girls and all. I mean, who'd look after them?
Look at this. There's even details here on the scab's wages. They've been bringing cash in for them.
Yeah, I know. Great, isn't it? We walk out over a pay dispute, and they bust in a load of scabs and pay them over the odds.
Cash in hand as well. Can't be bad. No wonder your Cal couldn't wait to cross the picket line. Remind me to tap him before I leave.
Yeah, well, never mind that. What are we going to do about the phones being bugged?
I still reckon we should go straight to the police. Blow them up.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, hang on. We don't want to go ruining any good opportunities here, do we?
What do you mean?
Look, managements are way out of order over this. They must be bricking it if they're going to these sorts of lengths. Now, I reckon there must be a better way of using this against them. Beat them at their own game.
How?
I don't know yet, but I'm sure we'll think of something. There must be a way of stitching them over this.
Hey, Ed. I reckon you're onto something there.
Why are you two looking so pleased with yourselves?
Mind your own business, you.
Why don't you trust me? Think I might go back and tell management.
I suppose I owe you an apology, don't I?
Yeah, I suppose you do.
I'm sorry, son. I should have known you wouldn't do anything like that.
Does that mean I'm forgiven, then?
Yeah. But don't go assuming that this suddenly makes everything all right, because at the end of the day, you're still a scab. And every time you cross that picket line, you discuss me in the same way every scab discussed me. And that's one thing I don't think I'll ever be able to forgive. Go on. Why don't you go and get your stuff from next door? You can move back in if you want.
Honest?
One good turn deserves another in my book.
Thanks, Dad.
Hey, but next time you run away from home, see if you can make it further than next door, eh?
Hi. Hello, love. How'd it go at the library?
I didn't go to the library.
I thought you said you were
I was lying.
Why?
Just in case I didn't get the job.
What job?
The job that I've just got at Matt's Farnham's new restaurant, part-time waitressing, just evenings and weekends. I start on Saturday when it opens.
Honest? But won't it interfere with your studies?
Well, everyone else manages, and it's impossible to survive on my grant. So hopefully I should be able to help you out a bit more from now on.
Well, I'm supposed to help you out, not the other way around.
So, how'd it go, Maguire? Did you remember to get a receipt?
Yes, it's inside.
What, is this it?
What's wrong?
Well, this isn't a proper receipt. All he's done is scribbled the date and the amount on a scrubby piece of paper.
He signed it?
Yeah, with a dodgy signature. It looks like it's written in Cantonese. How come it says £80 here?
I had to give him the £20 I found this morning.
What?
I had to. One of the debts is in the hands of some bailiffs.
Well, that's his problem. The whole point in you signing your debts over to him was so you'd have to fork out any extra.
But it doesn't apply. The bailiffs were already involved before I did the deal, so he's not responsible.
Well, he's bound to say that, isn't he?
He's got to be paid, Beth. I could end up in prison otherwise.
Oh, and I suppose he told you that as well, did he?
He wasn't being horrible. He was just telling me what could happen.
Can't you see it's conning you? You're being ripped off.
He's a businessman. He's just doing his job.
Yes, and his job is ripping people off. You shouldn't have given him the extra money. It's not in the agreement. You're going to have to tell him you want it back.
Well, I can't do that.
Well, if you don't, I will.
No, Beth, I don't want you going anywhere near him.
Just trying to stop me.
Tell me what happened.
Well, Alice screamed the place down to begin with, but I think it went okay in the end. Natasha seemed quite enthusiastic about most of my ideas.
So it's fingers and toes crossed then?
Yeah, hey, fancy a cuppa?
Oh, that sounds like a lovely idea. Shall I take Alice?
Yeah. Hey, go to Granny. I should put her down. Heavy.
Oh, have you been a naughty girl?
Yes, she has, but I don't think she's spoilt my chances. You know, I've got a really good feeling about this account. Really, it's ideal for me. A brand new start, just what I need. Mum, it's a fax. Might be from Natasha. See what it says. What is it from Natasha? What does it say? Is it bad news?
Sorry, Patricia.
Hey, don't suppose you've seen Terry anywhere, have you?
No. How is he?
He's missing. Hey, where have you been?
Looking for Simon. What do you think?
All right. When was the last time you saw him? What can you remember?
It's like a bad dream. It's all mixed up. I don't understand.
How do you mean, sir?
Well, we were going away together on a journey. I'm on my own.
Oh, come on. Let's get you inside, eh? You shouldn't be out. You're not well at the moment, remember?
I'm confused. I can remember being with him, and then I can't remember being with him. Where is he?
Well, it's all right now. You're home. You're safe and sound, aren't you?
So you found him again?
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
What's it to you?
Well, I know you probably won't believe me, but I am genuinely sorry.
What for?
Well, you know, about everything that happened the other day. It was a terrible shock to all of us.
Terry, there's the phone ringing there. I'll get it. Good lad.
He seems to be taking it rather well.
That's because he doesn't know anything about it yet.
What?
How can I tell him? He's totally off his head. If he finds out the truth, he might end up topping himself and all.
Can't understand what went wrong.
Well, it's just one of those things. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, but the meeting went so well, apart from Alice. I mean, she genuinely seemed to like all of my ideas, and I've worked with her before. She knows how good I am.
Do you think her decision could have been affected by Alice?
I shouldn't think so.
Well, maybe she did like your ideas. Maybe she could also see that you have other big commitments.
Oh, so once again I'm treated like an outcast just because I got a baby.
Well, you must admit it is difficult to juggle both things in your kind of work. It's not as though you do some 9-to-5 office job. What you do is very demanding. You work from home most of the time, with meetings, late hours.
So what are you suggesting? I throw in the towel and concentrate on becoming a full-time mother?
Would that really be such a bad thing?
I think so, yeah.
Well, in that case, I think you're being very selfish.
Selfish?
I'm sorry, Patricia. I don't mean to have a go at you. But you were well aware of what you were letting yourself in for when you decided to have Alice. You knew you'd probably have to give up your work because she needed constant care and attention. And knowing all this, you still made the decision to bring her into this world. You can't suddenly decide a few months later that you're bored and it's time to move on to something new. You made a moral decision to continue with that pregnancy. And now you have a moral obligation to stand by that decision.
A moral decision? Is that what it was?
Hi. Sorry I'm late again. You know, it's been non-stop. You won't believe how hectic things have been over there. But all systems go for the opening now. 48 hours and counting.
Well, I'll leave you to get on with it. David will be wondering what's happened to me.
Is there, something wrong?
Only Mum treating me like a 12-year-old.
Why? What's happened?
It's just one thing after another, you know. I mean, first of all, I lose the Clayland account, then you sack me from the restaurant, mess up all my plans there, so I'm unemployable. And now Mum's telling me I should give it all up for good, you know. I'm beginning to feel as if I haven't got a life of my own.
Anyway, look, I better get going. Penny's gonna have the search parties out for me. You all right?
How can I be when Simon's still missing?
Why don't you get yourself off to bed, eh?
No. I wouldn't be able to sleep. I'm going to wait up till he comes back.
Yeah, but what if he doesn't?
He will.
Yeah, but what if he doesn't?
He'll definitely be back.
I'll call round in the morning then, eh?
You don't have to keep checking up on me. I'm fine.
I'll have to call round in the morning anyway, won't I?
Why?
Because it's your birthday, isn't it?
Is it?
Fancy forgetting your own birthday, eh? Good job, but you've got me here to remind you. Mind you, that's what best mates are for, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, if you say so.
So I'll pop round in the morning then, eh? With a card and a prezi and that.
The only thing I want is for Simon to come home.
Teddy, will you stop going on about Simon all the time? There is more to life, you know.
There isn't. And I've decided if he's not back by tomorrow, I'm going to the police.
Max.
Yeah?
If you'd known then what you know now, would you still have wanted me to go ahead with the pregnancy?
What sort of question is that?
I know it sounds awful, but it's just something I need to know.
Why? You starting to have regrets?
No, I mean, now that Alice is here, I wouldn't have it any other way, but I just can't help feeling trapped sometimes, you know. I want to go out there, do all the things I used to do, and I can't.
Or did know she'd change her lives forever.
But I don't think I realised quite how drastically she'd changed them. And in all honesty, if I had known then what I've found out now, I don't think I'd have gone through with it. Oh, it sounds so heartless and cruel, but it's just the way I feel. Can you understand the way I feel?
Yeah, of course.
Really?
Yeah, you know I do.
So, would you have made a different decision if you'd known then what you know now?
When you first had Alice, just after the baby was born, yes, you're right, I wanted to change everything and go back to it. Go back to a time when there was no Alice, where there was nothing to worry about. Everything was normal. But now, I've tried so hard to love her and to want her. Well, she's ours, isn't she? There's no going back. I mean, we've made the choice to have her, and we have to stick by her, whatever.
Max, I know, but I'm so frightened. Our lives will never be the same again.
Unusual entertainment in exotic locations awaits Ian Wright when he heads for the Pacific Islands on The Lonely Planet. Next, here on 4.
Hello? Oh, all right, Joey. Thanks for ringing from work, mate. I've had another one of me off-the-record chats with Marianne Dwyer, and she's had some really juicy stuff to tell me.
Oh, it's good to be home. I see you got some boxes then.
Yeah. No use leaving everything to the last minute. Yeah, and I've been trying to get in touch with Eyeless. No one seems to know where he is. I want him to be my best man. He's my brother, after all.
Mick.
Well, what's wrong with that?
We haven't seen Ellis since I dumped him at the altar for you. I don't think he's going to want to come up here and play Happy Families with us. I mean, it's a bit like rubbing salt into his wounds and mine.
Yeah, well, just wait and see what happens. He mightn't even get in touch.
I'll be inviting Josie next.
As if. Me and Josie divorced. And it wouldn't bother me if me and the kids never laid eyes on her again.
Hiya. I get it.
Hello, pizza
I
parade.
see he's still on his best behaviour.
Yeah, hold on one sec. It's for you.
Oh. Hello? Oh, hi.
You have to go straight back out, I'm afraid. That phone just hasn't stopped ringing.
No rest for the wicked, eh? Hey, I'll need some petrol for the van and all.
Have you got any idea what it's about?
Hey, and don't forget to get a receipt.
Yeah, okay, I'll get there as soon as I can.
Who's that?
Mr. Foy's secretary. He wants me to go back in.
No. Why?
Well, I don't know. She wouldn't say. Just said that he needed to see me straight away.
I'll give you a lift if you like. I'm going that way.
All right, great, thanks. But I suppose I better get it out of the way, eh?
See you later.
All right, darling. See you later. 1 minute.
Hi, thought I'd pop over, see how everything was going.
It's not. Lloyd Grossman can't make it.
What? Why?
Some sort of delay. I mean, what are we going to do? We've got 80 people turning up in 90 minutes expecting to see a top celebrity.
Well, maybe I could make a few phone calls, see if I can get someone last minute.
We're saved. Oscar Dean's just been on. He's got us somebody else.
Oh, who?
Well, he wouldn't say. He just said it was a local celebrity, a beautiful young lady, and we wouldn't be disappointed.
Well, do you think it's wise to take his word for it?
Well, we haven't got much choice, have we?
Well, shall I get on to the car hire firm? Tell them there's been a change of plan.
What car I found?
Well, the car to pick up Lloyd from the airport. I told Max to order it weeks ago. I mean, it was in my notes.
He hasn't mentioned anything.
Oh, he's probably forgotten.
Hey, yeah, listen. Mate of mine's got his own business. Big stretch limo on that eyes it out for the night. I could give him a ring if you like.
Doesn't look like we've got a choice.
Got to get your own driver, though.
Well, we've already got a driver, haven't we?
Who?
You, Jimmy.
So you're sure there's nothing I can do?
Looks like we've got it all organised.
Right, well, I better be going then. You're obviously all up to your eyes in it. I'll see you later. Looks like we're going to need that red carpet after all.
Bloody idiots. Just because they're wearing a uniform, they think they're on the road.
Yeah, well, you can't blame them for not hanging around with the job they've got to do.
Hey, what do you mean?
Well, the temporary workers' wages, we have to have them delivered each week in cash.
Oh, right, yeah. Hey, sounds like a lot of money, that.
Yeah, it is. Well, listen, anyway, thanks for the lift. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Hey, shall I wait around?
No, it's all right. I might be a while. I'll get a cab back. Thanks anyway.
Hey, aren't you Mike Dixon's mate?
Yeah.
Oh, you work with him at the pizza place, don't you?
That's right. Hey, I'm going back there now if you fancy a lift.
Oh, great, yeah. Didn't fancy facing those pickets on my own.
Nice one, Joey, mate.
I feel like someone from a James Bond film, 006.5.
Well, if the phone's at work are being tapped, it should be panic stations for management now. They won't know who they can and can't trust. There's nothing like a good bit of misinformation to confuse the enemy now, is there?
Hey, I'm glad we didn't go to the police now.
See, I told you there'd be better ways of beating them at their own game. If they want to bug our phones, it seems only fair that we should feed them a load of crap.
So, how are you?
Not too bad.
All this strike business isn't getting to you?
No, everything's fine now that we've got the temporary labour in. Well, at least I can be getting on with what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yes, quite. I really appreciate the way you've been prepared to muck in and get your hands dirty to keep this place running.
Well, we all have to pull together in times of crisis.
You've always been a very willing employee, very cooperative.
Thank you.
Which made it all the more surprising when I discovered you'd been collaborating with the workforce and the union.
I'm sorry?
We have firm evidence to suggest a serious breach of confidentiality on your behalf.
I'm not with you.
You can't deny you come into regular contact with several of the most influential workers here on a personal and social level.
I don't.
So you didn't attend a party recently at the home of Mr. Banks, the former shop steward here. I believe the present shop steward, Mr. Woods, was also there.
Well, how did you know about that?
People talk.
Well, I was only there because my fiancé is a vague friend of Eddie Banks.
Yes, in fact, I believe you're practically neighbours. Very cosy.
Look, you can't go around making accusations like this, not without evidence.
We already have all the evidence we need.
It sounds like, but it's clearly inaccurate and misinformed.
There's no point in keeping up this charade. I can assure you our evidence is rock solid. You've got a lot of explaining to do, Miss Dwyer.
I don't have to explain anything to anyone. You've made a mistake.
My only mistake has been trusting you with confidential information in the first place.
Well, if you don't trust me, it's obvious I can't go on working here. You'll have my letter of resignation first thing in the morning.
Cheers, mate. I appreciate that.
Oh, any time. Hey, listen, if you don't mind me asking, like, what's the money like there?
Oh, it's all right. It's cash in hand as well, so I'm not complaining.
Hey, it's a bit unusual to get paid cash in hand these days, isn't it?
I think it's just while this dispute is on, they're a bit stuck at the moment. Half the office workers are out on strike.
All the same, they're taking a bit of a risk, aren't they? I mean, there must be thousands in cash floating around there on payday.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Carl!
Hey, I'll leave you to it then.
All right.
I just noticed yours.
Oh, yeah. What do you want?
You don't know half like Kenny Maguire, do you?
Why?
Because he owes Mum money, that's why. No one can ever track him down.
I don't know where he'll be.
Well, he must have some idea. You used to work for him. Oh, please, Carl, you don't know what he's like. He's got Mum persecuted. Just tell me where his office is. I won't tell him you told me.
I honestly don't know where it is. Look, when I was working for him, he spent most of his time at the bookies. He treated that more like an office.
Which one?
The one on Broad Lane. But don't tell him I told you.
I won't. Thanks, I appreciate it.
What's all right. This then, eh? Don't tell me you got Madonna in the back of that.
I wish. No, first night at Granty's new restaurant, isn't it, eh? Got some celeb to open it. Got to go and pick him up in half an hour, know what I mean?
Who is it?
Well, nobody knows. Going to be a surprise, isn't it? Hey, listen, I thought I'd pick my Jackie up from work, you know, take her home in style for a change, know what I mean? Hey! Get out of it, beat it, go ahead!
I could be getting chauffeur-driven around in one of these in a few weeks.
Oh, I?
Remember the job I was telling you about? It's definitely on.
What, again?
It's definite. This time next week, big wages. I finalised the details today.
Yeah, well, I'll believe it when I see it.
Hey, you just keep your eye on the newspapers, eh? This time next week, I am going to be rolling in it. And you are going to be sick about it. Happy chauffeuring.
Well, hello. I didn't know you were a gambling girl.
I'm not.
And what brings you here?
Because I'm sick and tired of the way you constantly trample over my mum, that's why.
Hey, you don't just walk in here and start shouting your mouth off.
I'm not shouting my mouth off, I just want to know what the hell you think you're playing at. Mum told me about the extra money you took off her yesterday. Now I want it back.
Oh, do you now? Look, love.
Don't patronise me.
This is none of your business. That agreement is strictly between me and your mother and no one else.
It became my business when you started ripping her off.
You want to watch what you say. That could be seen as slander. And I can assure you I'm not ripping anybody off.
Oh, well, in that case, you can provide us with proper receipts for every payment she's ever given you. And while you're at it, I want to see some proof that these debts are actually being paid off.
I don't have to do anything for you, love. As I've already explained, that agreement is between me and your mother, and as far as I'm concerned, she's completely satisfied.
Well, I know what you are, and I know exactly what you're doing. You're just a bully who's trying to take advantage of her weaknesses. Well, it can't go on. I'm not going to stand here and let you milk her for every penny she's got.
Look, little girl, if you've got any allegations you want to make against me, then I suggest you go straight to the police and stop wasting my time. But it won't do you any good, because I'm doing nothing illegal. It's not my fault your mother got herself into financial difficulties. Now, if you don't mind, I've got more important things to be getting on with.
What? More important than playing power games with people who aren't strong enough to stand up to you? You make me sick.
Hiya. What did he want?
I don't want to talk about it.
Marianne?
Give him an apple, please. I'm starving.
Hey, I was really sorry to hear what happened, mate. How have you been coping?
Not bad. Why?
Well, I know how close you and that Simon were. You and him have been mates for ages now, as thick as thieves. So it must have hit you really hard when you found out what happened. Do you know when the funeral is?
What funeral?
Don't tell me you don't know.
No, what?
What about Simon? Oh, I can't believe you don't know.
Mick, I don't know what you're talking about.
I shouldn't be the one to tell you this, but... Look, he topped himself last Friday. They found him in Barry's car. I'm sorry, mate.
You're lying.
Come on, why should I lie about something like that? I just assumed you'd be the first to know. Why haven't you been told?
How did you find out?
It's in the papers, on the radio, everything. Everyone round here knows. Look, I am sorry, mate.
I don't believe this.
Look, when you come upstairs, I'll make you a cup of tea.
He can't be dead. He can't be. Not Simon.
Come upstairs to the flat, mate.
I'll kill him.
Thank you. Thank you.
Excuse me, would you like another drink?
So, here's to our success.
Cheers. Cheers. Would help if we knew the name of the place, then at least we'd know what we were toasting.
Not long to wait now.
Let's just hope we're going to be pleasantly surprised.
Just trust me.
Let's just hope everything takes off from here.
I think this place is going to give us a really comfortable future.
Us? So I am a main feature of your long-term plans?
Of course, yeah. We're going to have a baby, aren't we? And I don't want him, or her, or you to want for anything ever again.
Are you nervous?
No, I just want everything to go smoothly, that's all.
Sure it will. Just relax, eh?
Well, here's to our future then.
Would you like another drink?
No, not for me, thanks. How's your first day going?
Not bad, but nobody seems to know what's happening, do they?
I can assure you, everything's in order.
Where the hell is Jimmy?
I'm sure he'll be here.
You know, I knew this would happen. I said right from the start, I didn't want that cork hill anywhere near this place. I said that, didn't I?
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, has Lloyd not arrived then?
No, haven't you heard? He can't make it. His plane's been delayed.
Oh, what a shame. I was hoping for some cookery tips. Who's coming in his place?
Well, it looks like nobody at the moment.
Oh, look.
Oh, it's you. Ladies and gentlemen, our surprise celebrity guest, Miss Lily Savage.
Good Lord.
Thanks, Jim. Well, come on, show a bit of enthusiasm. I know you're expecting that Lloyd Grossman fella, but up, you've got me. Hello.
You know Oscar Dean a big favour?
Yeah, right, Lily, my name's Barry Grant. I'm the owner of this place, and this is my partner, Max.
Nice to meet you. How do you do? Don't you two make a handsome couple, eh? No, I really admire people who are open about their sexuality. Well done.
We're only partners in business, you understand, nothing else.
Oh, shame. Never mind.
Right, we really appreciate you calling at such short notice.
Oh, no, it was no problem. I only had to come over from Birkenhead, and there was nothing on the telly, and besides, the money will be very handy.
Well, so if you'd like to pull the rope and reveal the name of the restaurant, we'd be very honoured.
Come on, then, let's get it over with.
My goodness, she's tall, isn't she? I've never seen such a pair of legs.
Oh, David, do stop panting. It's bad. Now, listen, I've got to explain. I've never opened a place before. I've closed a couple like in my time. I've never opened anything. So, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to declare Grant's open. Yay! Well, can you get inside, please? I'm starving. I'd love a drink. Come on, let's get in.
Let's go. Come on, then. Well, why not? We wanted something traditional, didn't we? And this was staring us in the face. You've no objections, have you?
It's a bit late for that now, isn't it?
Well, you could have at least run it past us. I mean, what if we wanted to call it Farnham's?
Take it from me, Max. Grant is the perfect English name.
Have you ever met anyone so vain?
Look, it's only a name, isn't it? Someone had to make a decision.
Well, I think we should get the photographer to take a few shots of Barry and Max with Lily. I'll go and organise it.
Oh, don't worry, I can handle it. You just enjoy yourself.
Thanks.
Excuse me, can you tell me where I can find either Max, Farnham or Barry Grant, please?
God, it's you.
Well, most people call me Lloyd, actually.
Me out it off. All right, Lloyd.
You what?
Well, what did you expect me to do?
I'm not having a go at you. It's just come as a shock, that's all.
Yeah, well, you'd have done the same if you'd been in my shoes.
Yeah, I'm sure I would. I mean, he's totally out of order accusing you like that, but...
Yeah, but can you believe the nerve of him?
Couldn't have come at a better time, could it?
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, we're getting married in a fortnight. We've taken on a big mortgage. How the hell are we going to manage now?
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could just have your attention for a moment, please.
Yeah, I'll get in.
First of all, I'd just like to thank you all for being here tonight.
It's been great.
Thank you. Lily especially. I'm not really one for speeches, so we'll get straight on with the entertainment. Jimmy?
Yo, boss, Lil, you get that side. Lloyd, you get over that one.
It's time to lower this time capsule into the foundations. We've got loads of stuff in here. We have some memorabilia donated from Liverpool and Everton football clubs. And, of course, Grant's menu as well. Right, I'd like you to join with me now as we lower this into the ground in a countdown, please. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's gone. Right, Lloyd, Lily, would you like to join me upstairs?
Ladies first.
Norman, yourself upstairs.
Well, watch this old Tess.
Where's Barry?
Bit busy at the moment, kid.
It's all right. Not in any rush.
What's he doing here?
I suppose because he's a friend of Barry Grant. Do you think I'll manage to get a word with Lloyd?
Oh, well, I don't see why not. Actually, I wouldn't mind a word with Lily. She seems a fascinating creature, a sort of, Marlene Dietrich of the 90s. If only I could get near her, that is. Just get a drink.
Are you and David enjoying yourselves?
I think your father fancies that Lily Savage.
Have you seen him?
No.
You seen Barry?
So you sure there's nothing I can do?
No, everything's going very smoothly. Couldn't be better. Let's just hope it takes off from here, eh?
Well, I hope so, Max, because I've made a decision. I'm going to put my career on hold for a while and put all my energies into looking after Thomas and Alice.
Look, you sure about this? I know how important your work is to you.
Tell me about it. But I've decided it's probably the best thing to do. I think I've finally realised where I really belong.
Max, there's some people over here I'd like you to meet.
Right, OK. I won't be long.
Right. Should we go home?
Yeah.
So this copper said to me, he said, we've got a video of you running down Oxford Street after the poll tax riot. I said, you can't run when you're pushing a pram with 2 tellies and a washing machine, and it's... What are they like? The nail
Well,
of the
what was it? Excuse me, I'm terribly sorry to
That's
interrupt.
all right. If what? Can I help you?
I thought you were... I mean, you're not what I...
Oh, come on, spit it out. What?
No, I thought you were someone else.
Who? Your home help? Kim Novak? Michelle Pfeiffer? Kim Messenger?
Well, I'd better go and find my wife. I'm so sorry to have interrupted.
That's all right, love. I don't mind. I quite like older men. They're always more grateful. Anyway, as I was saying, so this copper come round, banging on the door. And I
Would you like a drink?
It's the ale.
My God, I'm surrounded by them.
Thing is about these telly stars, don't realise the power they've got. I don't watch the telly myself, but I know who they are. You see, they're in a strong position to tell people about Jesus, spread God's word. So all everybody ever needs is a bit of bread, a bit of water, maybe some fish. Not all this gluttony. Food should be made with love, not money.
Exactly. If you'll excuse me.
Look, mate, I know it's your big night and all that, and you want to enjoy yourself, and that's what Jesus would want. But be careful if I was you out there. The devil's amongst us. I think it's only fair that I should warn you.
Well, thank you very much. Now, look, I really must be getting back.
No, hang on a minute, I haven't finished yet. He's out there now, shaking hands with people, drinking, laughing with everyone, thinking he's great. But all those people out there don't know the truth about your partner. I know all about Barry Grant. All the things he's done, things you'd never believe.
Look, I don't know who you think invited you, but I would be obliged if you left.
Are you okay? We were just wondering where you got to.
Did you know that Terry Sullivan is in the Gents, acting like a madman?
You're not much better, you are, you? You live in... You sleep in the same bed with him.
I think it would be better all round if you just left.
Oh, well, that's nice, isn't it? Throw me out on me birthday. Did I mention it was my birthday?
Is everything all right?
No, everything isn't all right. Well, how can it be, eh? When you're all celebrating with a murderer. Jesus has sent me. He wants you all to know the truth.
I think you should leave.
Oh, well, that sounds about right, that, doesn't it? Throw me out into the cold, protect your murdering boyfriend. What are you doing here? Why didn't you tell me, eh? Tell you what? You know what? That Simon is dead. Okay, I think you better go outside, sir. No, I'm perfectly all right here, thank you very much. How long do you think you could keep me inside, eh? How long did you think you could keep the truth from me? Think you could keep me locked up inside forever, did you?
Terry, I just didn't think it was the right time for you to find out, that's all, mate.
I think it would be better if you continued this outside.
Who do you think you are? You're not God. It's not up to you to decide who should and who shouldn't know what.
Terry, look, I just did it for your own sake. You're not well. Now, let's go outside.
But why? Oh, don't you want all these people to know what you are? All these friends of yours?
Come on, mate.
Get your murdering hands off me. See him? See him here? This one here? This one you're all sup and wine with? Well, do you know he's a murderer? No. Well, he is. He kills. But you're all too stupid to see it.
Jimmy, will you give us an answer? Get him out!
Get off! Don't just stand there! Don't ignore me! He's dangerous! He's the devil! All your lives are at risk! Get off, Tracy! Don't ignore me! You listen to me! I'm telling the truth! He's dangerous! He's the devil!
I'm really sorry about this. I don't know how he got in without an invitation.
Look at that. I thought I was supposed to be at the cabaret.
So did I.
Come on, I want Sam. How can you do it?
Terry, everything's gonna be all right.
No,
I promise, we'll take you home in a minute.
I've got none without Simon!
Listen, boss, I've been with you. He's dangerous.
Simmy, you better add in case he kicks off again.
Why is he saying all these things about you?
Because he's away with the fairies, Simmy. Why do you think?
Listen, he's totally off his head and he needs help.
Don't you think I know that? Happy birthday, Terry.
Next tonight, the life-enhancing joys of call waiting, falsies, and Guilt City. US comedy with Ellen.